Supreme Court gives its verdict as the PDP carries the day. Akwa Ibom and Abia state governorship elections affirmed by the S.Court in favor of the opposition party. We'll take a look at the implications of the judgments on Nigeria's future elections. The PDP is still celebrating the victory at the Supreme Court. The party says it is victory for democracy and a clear indication that the opposition party is the only pan-Nigeria party. That's our major focus on the program. And thank you for joining in. This is Politics Today on Channels Television. I'm Sheung Wakimbaloye. Akwa Ibom and Abia states remain PDP sets. That may be the implication of the Supreme Court judgment as the Apex Court affirmed the victories of Mr. Udom Emmanuel of the PDP in Akwa Ibom State and that of Mr. Okezie Ikpeazu, also of the PDP in Abia State. Take a look at the men who went head-to-head from the process of elections onto the Supreme Court. Well, what a royal rumble it has been in Akwa Ibom State. It's been Umana against Udom Emmanuel of the PDP, and of course those are the figures of the results there for you. But in the end, it was first the victory to the PDP at the tribunal, then at the appeal court it was for the APC, but in the end the PDP is the one that is standing taller in the race. So let's take a look at the Abia State race now, which was majorly between the PDP and the All Progressive Grand Alliance. Okay, so Ikpeazu there, the figures for you at the election and that of Alex Oti, the candidate of the All Progressives Grand Alliance. And at the end of the day, the victory went to Okezie Ikpeazu. Don't forget that Alex Oti has been the man who had the appeal court judgment in its favor. But at the end of the day, Okezie Ikpeazu has been affirmed as the governor of the PDP. Nothing could be done about that. The Supreme Court is perhaps, okay, the Apex Court that is given. And now, but the PDP comes out victorious. It was a first in the case of Rivers, but now the opposition party is holding it down in Abia, Abia State, and of course in Akwa Ibom State. It may have comfortably confirmed the fact that the states are PDP state, and here is how it went down at the Supreme Court yesterday.
Party supporters who came to witness decisions in the appeals filed by governors of Akwa Ibom and Abia State, they waited with anxiety as counsels to their candidates battled it out inside the court, trying to persuade the court to either uphold their appeals or cross appeals. The court reached verdicts in the appeals and cross appeals filed in petition challenging the elections of Governor Emmanuel Udom of Akwa Ibom State and his counterpart, Mr. Okezie Ikpeazu of Abia State. Hearing in the various appeals lasted over 12 hours with intermittent breaks. After hearing all the appeals, the panel of justices led by the Chief Justice of Nigeria retired to their chambers, returning with a verdict after about an hour. And in less than 15 minutes, they upheld the appeals filed by Governor Emmanuel Udom of Akwa Ibom State and Mr. Okezie Ikpeazu of Abia State, declaring them as duly elected. They also upheld the appeals filed by the Independent National Electoral Commission in Akwa Ibom State, asking for the reversal of the cancellation of elections in all 31 local governments in Akwa Ibom State. This was the first reaction to the judgment. All parties in the suit praised the Apex Court for doing justice to the case and improving on the country's jurisprudence.
It's been a very long and tedious journey from the tribunal to the Court of Appeal and then finally here at the Supreme Court. And then the Supreme Court came out in a most astute manner and then restated the law exactly the way it is. So it's a thing of joy from that perspective.
On a day like this, when Governor Udom Emmanuel celebrates, it's not a victory for him alone. It's a victory for democracy. It's a victory for our nation. and is a victory for our legal system.
Regarding the governorship, we really don't have a choice but to accept it in good faith.
Other reactions also followed the judgment of the Apex Court.
For me, this is a great victory for justice, for the rule of law, and for democracy. And I also want to thank the President, Muhammadu Buhari, for giving an opportunity for the independence of the judiciary, because that is what has culminated in the judgment of today.
I want to describe this judgment in the words of Chief Ganifa and me as a product of exemplary courage, rare bedipsums of justice, an unsurpassable exposition of titanic legal intellectualism on the part of the Supreme Court.
After 14 long hours, the verdict is in. There are winners and there are losers. The Apex Court has promised to give reasons as to why it decided in favor of Governors Emmanuel Udom of Akwa Ibom State and Governor Okezie Ikpeazu of Abia State. Amaka Okafor, Channels Television News.
Definitely there are winners and there are losers there. Meanwhile, jubilations are loud in Abia State from the 9th story of the Supreme Court judgment came in as that judgment went in the way of Okezie Ikpeazu. And also in Akwa Ibom, it was jubilation all the way in the camp of the PDP. The Governor Udom Emmanuel had something to say about the outcome.
The battle has been won and lost, and in every political contest, there must be a winner and a loser. In this case, the people of Akwa Ibom State won, because in their considered opinion and reasoning, their fortunes will be better enhanced in the hands of the Almighty God. Continuing its solid dispensation of democratic dividends that had in the past 8.5 years had transformed our state to a destination of choice, which had informed the investment of their trust in me during the April 11 election.